Okay, welcome to the April 19th, 2021 Metaphysical Group Zoom. And this is a Zoom where today we're going to talk about the April 5th cosmic portal connection that was done then, and talk about the feedback and some other information regarding that. So I want to say welcome to everybody. So I want to start out with the information I was downloaded with, and it was just interesting stuff that Spirit was talking about related to this work of the portal connections and just working with energy. And the update of it is that what we did for the April 5th, and a lot of these I'm just going to read their words from it. It was to create an earth grid of higher ascension consciousness through the energy portals. And what happened, we'll go over in a minute, but the purpose of those connecting the Tucson Green Valley area and the world portal locations was to align with already powerful high vibration places, energies, and beings, or places that needed a little awakening or more clearing. We sort of went there before, but also with the group intent, they helped with that also. So it was working with ones that needed help, but the ones who didn't, that were tapping into their strengths. And the ones that were really strong seemed to be Ayers Rock, was very powerful as it is, the Great Pyramid and the Bosnian Pyramid as just a few, and some needed a little tweaking. And the purpose was to create a positive energetic template as inoculation points of light, an energetic template of inoculation points of light. And because these points, their purpose is based on the quantum physics law of entrainment, is helping to transform lower energies, because they are creating a grid of these high vibration portals. And so with the higher vibrations around the whole planet, then with the law of entrainment, it is helping our consciousness, our human consciousness, awaken easier because there's higher vibrations around us in the planet. So that was the main purpose of that connection. And some other examples of the law of entrainment, how it's able to shift vibrations in people and for the earth. One is like, being in the presence of like spiritual masters that, if you go to India and where they have these wherever they have spiritual masters, that just being in their presence, you entrain their energy, and they're creating the vibration where you have the potential to raise your own vibration. And this also happens at sacred sites like Sedona and Ayers Rock, the Great Pyramid. Is when you go to these sacred sites, you know how it changes your energy field, because they're high vibration of light and energy, which helps us to transmute into higher levels of consciousness. And there was interesting, they also showed me where, like what to do if you have a negative energy field. And I was remembering in Washington State many years ago, I was out looking for energies and found a negative vortex in a wheat field. And I'm just telling you, I mean, these are things that you can use as ideas if you run into this situation. And I asked Spirit, well, what do I do with this negative energy? And it was from outer space. That's what they said. It wasn't natural to the earth. And they said to create a positive energy vortex to offset it. So I went about 100 foot away from it. And it's simple as taking your hand and making a swirling whirlwind motion over the ground in a clockwise pattern. That will create a positive energy vortex. And so I'm just saying, if you need to, you can do, just do it with your hand, just create that, and that will help. And especially if there's a negative place you run into, you can ask Spirit, but that's one way that it can be transmuted. And the difference between vortexes and portals is a vortex is swirling spirals or columns of energy, swirling spirals or columns of energy, where portals are a doorway, gateway, or entrance to other worlds or dimensions. And portals are where energy flows through. And so a portal can be a vortex, but not all vortexes are portals. Any question on that? Okay, and so that's why what we worked with, Ayers Rock, the Great Pyramid, Bosnian Pyramid, and the Pyramid Rock here, they are portals. They are giving and receiving areas for this higher energy to come through. And another topic Spirit brought up was that I've noticed, you know, every light worker has their own way of doing things. And I noticed that some people, they like to, in their words, is battle the negative side, the dark side, battle. That's what their wording was. And it's interesting that Spirit was saying, you know, look at this, because the way we have been working is in a different intent. Because if you battle the negative energy you want to get rid of, you know, really according to a law of physics, nothing can be destroyed. It only changes form. And so you really can't destroy it. You can move it on, you can change it. And so what my guidance, and I know that Wanda's and Pat's have been getting is, and probably others, is that in order to work in these higher dimensional energies, that we work to assist, like say the dark side or the negative side, to be transmuted into the light, rather than trying to battle and destroy them from a negative type viewpoint. Is you are wanting to assist them because they're from the creator source also. Creator made everything. And so part of the ghost busting protocol is you help the trapped spirits that are maybe in the dark side or the evil. You help them to the light, you know, to go home to their main source of where they come from. You assist them because, you know, we're all from the creator's same blueprint. And another example is in England and on my website blog, where Archangel Michael, they, you know, most of the religious churches, like mostly the Catholics ones, they show Archangel Michael with a big sword and Lucifer on the ground, and he's, you know, like he's going to destroy him. But Spirit led me to this one castle at St. Michael's Mound where Archangel Michael appeared, and there's a statue where Archangel Michael is really given his hand to help Lucifer up. And see, it's a whole different way. Instead of wanting to kill Lucifer, he's like, hey, brother, here's my hand. I'll help you up. Just like when we do the ghost busting protocols. And another example is that on the Tucson east side a few years ago, you know, I heard about people, they're trying to battle the negative ETs that are in the Tucson area, the Catalina Mountains and the Rincons, and, you know, that they're negatives. And when I would go check it out, I wound up on the east side, that's where the Galactic Federation is, and they're high vibration. And so I was choosing to work with the more positive ETs, where this other person was working to battle and try to destroy the negative ETs. And so see, it's a different intent. And so then we as practitioners are working with these forces can decide which dimensional level of energy we want to work with. Do you want to work with the lower vibration beings? Or do you want to work with the higher vibrations and come from a higher intent of assisting them of going to the light? Just see the whole difference in the purpose of battling or being one with all this other creation. You know, and again, it was like in a vision that I saw hell, and they said hell was a human construct because of the religious, you know, dogma. And it had to be transmuted. And I saw it raising out of the inner earth, going up into a higher plane of existence where it's able to rejoin with the creator. And they said that has to be done. That false reality that's been constructed through the religion has to be transmuted before the final ascension of Gaia and humanity. So that's just another interesting to point about that. And so the final thing was that, the question is, well, what do we do as humans now? And the answer was just be and hold your light. And just holding your highest light helps to transmute the lower vibrations, because you are, according to the law of entrainment, you are providing a higher vibration that others can help raise their vibration up to. And that everyone is destined to return to source and the light, even the evil ones, the dark Martians, all these, we're all going to return to the eternal energies of the Creator. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Those were what they woke me up early in the morning to tell me the other day. So is there any questions on that? I don't know. I hope it was helpful.
I'd just like to add to that,
Sure.
to encourage the same thing with what you're saying, is that when we try to make a change in the world at any level, if we do it from fear or anger, it just creates more fear and more anger. It really doesn't solve the end. We have to make change from a point of view of compassion, love, light. And it's a huge difference, because, there's this really cool little video clip I have that I like that talks about, we're always fighting against this or that. And actually it creates more in the end. It's still seeding, so to speak, the anger and the violence in the world. We have to do it like the way you're saying, Deb, with love, compassion, no fear. It's actually, fear is the opposite of love. So the more that we hook into that loving, compassionate sense, because like you said, we're all one, basically.
Yeah.
Even the negative aspects, so to speak.
Right.
So, I like that.
Yeah, so that was just an interesting philosophical way of working. Spirit wanted to say, and it certainly matches of what we've been doing, knowing that to assist them, to everyone, to the light. And now the April 5th, I want to go over what really happened. And I noticed going through the points, the strongest ones were that Keowee-Toxaway State Park in South Carolina. When I checked into that, it was a new galactic cosmic energy that I had never experienced before. Very, very powerful. And so that really stood out. And then Ayers Rock was really solid, strong. Like it didn't need any help. It was like it was providing assistance to the grid just through the power that it held. And I think it was a couple days later, I was driving to Tucson, and I always like to check in with the mountains and say hi and see who wants to talk with me. And checking in, all the mountains were content. And it's like I heard a big sigh of relief, like, ah. And they were happy campers. And even on the west side, which normally didn't talk, it was presenting itself. So like the energy shifted in the whole Tucson Green Valley area through that whole portal grid. The mountains have been affected, and it was just utterly amazing. And the other thing that was, when me, Pat, and Wanda got together lately, that I noticed that what also had changed was, before there was like a horizontal energy field that was surrounding the earth about 10 foot above the ground everywhere around the earth. And it was sort of brownish, just there, which was interesting. And then when we got together, it had shifted to a brilliant electric blue, just vibrant electric blue that was about 10 foot above the ground and around the whole planet. And it was like, wow. And, we each kept getting that. What happened is it really shifted the energies and bringing in new energy. That was the main thing, was brand new cosmic energy into the planet. So now I'd like to turn over to whoever wants to also say what they experienced on April 5th regarding that connection, or even anything since it's happened. Come on. Wanda, come on, I know you got something good.
I felt a huge shift, and it continued for about a day and a half after the 5th, where I just felt so, like I just wanted to, I could fly. It was undescribable. The atmosphere seemed so light, and the negativity was taken away. That it was really a big change. The shift in the energy. So it was, I could really feel it, and I feel those shifts more and more all the time, without even, okay, I'm waiting, what am I going to feel? I just automatically feel shifts after we do work like this. And it's right there. It comes naturally. I don't have to, sit and concentrate and okay, am I going to feel it? I automatically feel it now.
Yeah. Great, thank you. Next. Don't be shy. Miss Pat, come on.
Remember, that day was not a good day for me.
Well, okay, how about afterwards when we went to the west side? That was an after effect.
Well, the west side, that was really, really interesting. Yeah, there was, from a distance, we could see this one peak when we were going in towards Tucson that really was like vibrating and calling, and it was really interesting. So we went to try to find it more, and then we went to the and it was like there was this opening, where Gates Pass is. I think that was right around there was where there was this huge vibrational opening, and it was like really nice, like vibrant and calling to us. And it was just like really, I don't know, I don't remember any more of that one, other than I really enjoyed it a lot. It was really cool to see that so vibrant, and it had kind of I think it was the one that was the feminine feel. So it was really nice. But so anyway, there was real energy there going on that was new.
It was new. Yeah, new energy.
I hadn't seen it before there. Yeah, so that was nice. Yeah.
And I've noticed my sleep habits have gotten weird. Some nights I don't sleep, and that is not, could not sleep at all. It was like freaky. And I'm asking, what's going on? And many nights were like that. And some of us have that all the time. Poor lady. But and I just seen something on YouTube by someone else that has mentioned that too. So I don't know if anybody else's sleep has gotten shifted any different. So I really believe it brought in new energy, and things are going to be activated and awakening more. Don't know what that means, but it feels like it was a big step to a next level. And it's like, the guidance was saying we're bringing in a new energy to the planet, and that's very true. So thank everyone that joined in on that. Is there any questions on that, or ready to move on to the meditation? Okay, for meditation. Okay, I'm going to share my screen on this. What I'd like to do is, like, say there's it's either 5 or 6 places that felt the strongest, and if we could just set the intent. I'm going to do 4.5 minutes each one, so we'll have more time than we had last time. But when I show the picture, just take whatever time, 30 seconds, a minute, or however long, to tune into the picture and really feel that energy in your field and merge with it, because we are, because when you're merging, you are connecting with that higher vibration. And so these points are going to be, we're going to work with them with the intent of creating a stronger energy field, and also to strengthen our personal energy field by connecting with these powerful locations. So let's see. Okay, and we know of the Egyptian connection to Green Valley. We'll start with our area. Here's Pyramid Mountain in Green Valley. So as long as you need to look at it to energetically merge, and then if you want to close your eyes, fine, or whatever you want. We got 4.5 minutes, and then I'll just say next and say the name of the next one, and it'll just keep going. At the end is going to be the place that is a galactic place that was in England that is, I think, representative close to the energy, the new energy that I feel has came in. And so I'll be curious to see what you feel with that. So here we go. Our Pyramid Mountain in our area. Next is Keowee-Toxaway State Park, South Carolina.
Um,
The next is, make sure you're muted, everybody. If you aren't. Next is the Uxmal Pyramid in the Yucatan. Uxmal Pyramid in the Yucatan. The next are the Egyptian pyramids. The Egyptian pyramids. Next is Ayers Rock, Australia. Ayers Rock, Australia. Next is the galactic portal that's in southern England called the Hurler Stones. The Hurler Stones, a galactic portal, similar to the new energies that have came here. And now as we come back to our waking consciousness. Steve, if you wish to share a couple minutes of your wonderful music, if you can, that would be great. You could do that for another hour, Steve. Wow, that was awesome. Okay, we come back. Oh, doesn't that music at the end just really just, wow. You have quite the gift there, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to just mention one other thing. Can you hear me?
Sure.
I like to mention the wind portal. The other day, we were celebrating my mom's birthday, 94 years in Tucson, Arizona. And I couldn't, it was a perfectly blue day. And I saw an orangey colored cloud changing formation and traveling at a very fast speed directly towards me, up a little bit high. And it wasn't until after we were leaving and getting back much later that a dust devil on the ground, and I realized that I witnessed a dust devil in the sky up high, changing formation and traveling at a fast rate of speed. And I had forgotten the power of the wind to take you to all your galactic points. Is the wind has such a presence all the time.
Nice. Thank you. Does anybody want to share? Are you too zoned out or what?
I call it my Egyptian eye. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's kind of like an eye on my piece of lapis
Mm,
there. That really upped the energy. I just asked that it send energy to the portals, and it was like vibrating in my hands. It was working away.
that's beautiful. Very beautiful. You'll have to bring it with you next time. Hint, hint.
I will.
Well, the Hurler Stones in Southern England, does anybody have feedback on what that was like? Because you've never seen that before.
Well, the two pictures seem so different because the pictures of them in the field, a vast field, but then the bottom picture had two stones in almost puddles, but beautiful green grass around the bottom of them. And so they both, they seem to have different energies, the stones, the two photos of the stones. And the Hurler Stones, you know, it's just a beautiful sense of awakening the geology of Earth, of Gaia, because on Earth Day, what we give reverence to is the incredible sense of geology that that Earth contains.
And I agree about the two different vibrations of the two pictures.
I haven't done this with you before, and it was a nice experience, and I could feel the energy. But when I came to the Hurler Stones, it just blasted at me, and my chest vibrated. I don't know what it was, but it was just amazing. It was red that was the color that I saw.
Yes, yes. If you want to speak, go ahead and just unmute yourself. I see Elaine's got a gold hand up.
I'd never heard of this before, but I got that these stones came from elsewhere, that they're not from Gaia. And they came in at a time when the earth needed to be stabilized. It was to anchor it. It brought in peace, which was a big change for the earth at that time. Now, I don't know what time we're talking about, obviously a long time ago. But it came to heal that area. That's what I got.
Beautiful. Interesting that when I looked at the two stones in the water, that took me right back there. And they were just exuding a powerful energy just coming through the computer. And then it was like they said, and I seen and felt the energy. They said, we are anchoring this energy into this area now. They were just really focusing it. And it was between more in the Green Valley area that they were just really empowering and a lot of swirling vortex energy, but very strong. And it is definitely a galactic place. When I was there, I seen a city of light over the top picture of the circles. And as I'm sitting on one stone, two galactic beings appeared. And they said that that location is where they go. It's sort of like for R&R or rest. They would come, and it was like a city of a resort for the Galactics to come to Earth. And I could see it. It was so cool. And they were just so happy to, oh, we're just going to have our R&R. And the energy of there was just so, probably the most powerful of all the England trip. And yet it's way out in the boonies. And hardly, many tourists know about it. And it's so powerful. So we have that energy now anchored in our area. That's so cool. And if that's why I'm doing the replay, so you'll be able to look at the pictures, or if anybody wants any of the pictures separately for me to email it to you, just let me know. Any other comments before we sign off? Well, thank you. This is good. We're strengthening energy, and every time we're doing this, those energies are merging with our light body and strengthening our energy field also. So you are now carrying those energies from all those locations in your energy field. So you're becoming powerful beings of light. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Namaste until next time. Blessings. All right. Bye-bye. Another 2 hours, Steve. Thank you.